Tonight, Landry Shamet with his second double-double, 20 points, 10 assists, 5 of 10 from 3, 7 of 12 overall. But a disappointing result, and I guess this is maybe the best example we've seen so far of what this league is and what's coming the rest of the year.
Yeah, very good team. Any team coming off 3 losses in a row is going to come out hungry, and they had a whole week to prepare for us. That's what they did tonight. That's a hell of a basketball team that can really score it and very well coached. So all credit to them.
But never gave up. I mean, you were behind by 10 points, 11 points. It didn't look hopeless, but it was inching that way, and then all of a sudden mount the comeback and still had a chance to go ahead and tie it toward the end of regulation. Yeah,
we just didn't help ourselves early on in the basketball game. Just a couple defensive, we started off all right, in the first 4-minute segment. I think we had it to like 10 to, we got up 10 to 6 or something like that, just 10 quick ones. And it felt like we were clicking and doing well. And then, we got a couple of those guys going, and the rest is history.
And it's got to be a little frustrating. You keep playing on, but every time you guys would make a run, get it to 1 or 2, it seemed like they always had an answer, and some of the shots they made were pretty incredible. Yeah,
Shake's he's a great player, really good scorer. Along with McMurray and a lot of those other guys that were really scoring the ball well. So, a lot of those guys are just, they were hitting tough shots tonight and were feeling good. And like I said, if you've lost 3 in a row, you're going to have that added. I'm sure their coach was on them all week about how they got to get off the pine and get a few wins going for them. So, they're going to come out the way they did.
And to put it in perspective, I mean, this is just the first league loss for the Shockers. And I don't know, other than Cincinnati, if other teams in conferences are undefeated in their conferences, and maybe there are a few, but nobody's going to go undefeated in their conference. And it's just a matter, and it's not the NCAA tournament where you've just lost your last game and now you don't play anymore. So there's a lot to play for.
Yeah, at the end of the game after that last foul, when I fouled out, I just brought the guys together and just said, look, man, it's early. It's bound to happen. These are good teams. We're playing in here every night. Obviously that's my first loss here in this building, and it sucks. It doesn't feel good at all, but we're all realistic and understand that this is a really good basketball conference. These are really good basketball teams and good coaches, and sometimes it's just not your night, and tonight wasn't our night.
You've got a tough one waiting for you on Saturday in Houston after what you did to them here. What do you kind of say to each other about what you've really got to focus on for them?
Not a ton, Mike. Just that's kind of the beautiful part of this basketball team, that guys in face of adversity, there's not really a lot that needs to be said. We all kind of understand and know. There wasn't a lot of talk in the locker room, but I guarantee you tomorrow when we get back in the gym for practice, we'll all be on the same page and be working towards the same thing. We usually don't talk a lot when adversity hits, but we all are on the same page.
Great answer. Appreciate it. Thank you. Landry Shamet, our star of the game, 20 points, 10 assists tonight.